First up to greet the doctor, the Moroccan captain Mouad Dahak. Picking up the Fair Play Award for the Moroccan side, picking up the fewest bookings throughout the tournament.
جائزة أفضل حارس مرمى. The best goalkeeper trophy is awarded to player number 1 from South Africa. اللاعب رقم 1 من جنوب أفريقيا فليتشر لو.
Fletcher Smith Lowe then, after a series of outstanding displays, 4 clean sheets in the tournament, picks up the best goalkeeper as well. I wonder if that's his father celebrating over there. Fletcher Smith Lowe, so the only non-South African-based player in this squad, currently plying his trade in Portugal. In Estoril.
The Total Energies Man of the Competition trophy is awarded to player number 14 from South Africa. اللاعب رقم 14 من جنوب أفريقيا Tylon Smith.
And Tylon Smith, the series of man of the match performances, especially in the semi-final where he scored the winning goal, and he'd have been the man of the match anyway. He was absolutely towering in defence. He picks up the player of the tournament. I must say, refreshing that the player of the tournament isn't merely given to the best attacking player for a change. Richly deserved for the Stellenbosch man.
فلنرحب بحكام مباراة المركز الثالث والرابع وحكام المباراة النهائية للبطولة. Let's welcome to the podium the match officials of the third place game and the match officials of the final game.
Particularly happy looking Tylon Smith there. So the match officials picking up their medals as well. Golden Glove, Fair Play Award, and the Man of the Tournament trophies as well, also getting their group photo. I must say, perhaps unsurprisingly, Mouad Dahak not looking particularly happy to be picking up that Fair Play Award. He wanted something else, I'm sure. Here are the match officials from tonight's final coming up to pick up their trophy as well. Rather pick up their medals, I beg your pardon. I must say, one of the images of the tournament for me was the wry smile on the face of Karine Fomo, the female lineswoman from Cameroon in the final. Flagged the winning goal offside, but when she realised that the mistake had been made and was going to be corrected by VAR, there was no tantrum, there was not at all upset, because of course we all know it's so difficult making those calls in real time. She took that decision with real humility. So Nigeria beat Egypt on penalties earlier this afternoon to pick up third place and the bronze medal then in this Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. A richly talented side who I'm sure will be a real handful down in Chile in the World Cup later this year. Of course, they wanted more the 7-time record under-20s champions, but this wasn't to be. They came up against South Africa in stubborn mode in the semi-finals. At least they were the better team marginally in that semi, and they couldn't put their chances away. A real problem that dogged them throughout the tournament, really. Just weren't able to score enough goals, Nigeria. They do have a good few months now to try and sort that out ahead of the World Cup.
السيدات والسادة تمنح الآن الميداليات الفضية للفريق صاحب المركز الثاني.
Of course, wanted more.
Silver medals for the runners-up of the competition, Team Morocco.
Sporting of the South Africans to at least try and give them a bit of guard. Not getting much drift, are they, from some of the Moroccan players? Seems a bit mean. Perhaps not surprising, Gomalemo Kakana, one of the most keen to put out his hand. Of course, it's never easy. So, silver medal for Morocco. Not what they wanted by any stretch of the imagination, but they've got a lot to be proud of in this tournament. Starting the tournament with a really entertaining 3-2 victory over a very open and perhaps naive Kenyan side, who will certainly improve in the future. Ground out a 0-0 against Nigeria in the group, then beat Tunisia to make sure they finished top of that group. Struggled against Sierra Leone, as so many other teams had, except really South Africa, the only team that really put Sierra Leone to bed. Remember, that's the Sierra Leone side that thrashed Egypt 4-1 in the group stage. And then, of course, went on to beat Egypt. They were very much the better side in their semi-final against the young Pharaohs. And they eventually got through that one 1-0. But just came up against an inspired South Africa here in Cairo in the final. Well, there'll be more chances in the future, I'm sure, for most of these Moroccan players in the future. Oh, where she's digging all those medals out from. Those are the gold ones for the winners.
للفائزين ببطولة كأس الأمم الأفريقية تحت 20 سنة. Total Energy مصر 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the gold medals for the champions of the Total Energies Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations Egypt 2025. Team South Africa. منتخب جنوب.
South Africa finally get the chance to get their hands on gold for the first time in their history. This their 9th appearance at the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations, in this the 18th edition of the event.
Mommy, Daddy, I love you guys.
And I'm sure they love you too. And well, they reached the final in their first ever appearance in the tournament in 1997 in Morocco against Morocco, lost 1-0. And in this, their 9th appearance, they finally made it back to the final, facing the same opposition, this time 1-0. Amajita instead. And you can hear the celebrations already starting. Of course, Patrice Motsepe is a proud South African. Be so pleased for the players and the coach, of course, as well. Raymond Ndaka. He's the man who's put this team together. We'll hope they can go from strength to strength in Chile later in the year. They have been to the World Cup on 4 previous occasions. On 3 of those occasions, they've gone out in the group stage without winning a game. In 2009, though, in the tournament held in Egypt, of course, won by Ghana. They went out in the round of 16, 2-1 after extra time, actually against Ghana, who went on to win the tournament. What can they do this time? What a smile and a hug for the coach there. Well, the dancing and singing has already started. That's going to keep going right through the night, isn't it? Back to front shirts would appear to be very much the thing these days.
نرجو منكم الترحيب بقائد فريق منتخب جنوب افريقيا الذي سيتسلم كأس البطولة من رئيس الاتحاد الافريقي لكرة القدم الدكتور باتريس موتسيبي. Please welcome the captain of Team South Africa, who will receive the trophy of the competition from the CAF president, Dr. Patrice Motsepe.
Now, who is going to collect the trophy? Aseka Tawani was the captain. He got injured in the first half of their first game. Now, who's going to be pushed forward for this? It's going to be Patrick Otata. Give the trophy a kiss. He won't raise it yet. They're going to do this with a team effort. And there they go. The 2025 Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations champions are South Africa. And now the celebrations can really get going in earnest. Wonderful scenes here in Cairo. Everyone wants a piece of that trophy. Don't drop it, son. Safe hands. Of course, he's a goalkeeper. Well, they'll be picking that out of the grass for a good few weeks after this. Everyone now have their chance to pose for a photo.